and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard on this extremely hot day. And I've got to harvest one of my favorite things to harvest this time of year, garlic scapes. Now, I will be making dinner with these tonight. I'm going to do a pork and scape stir fry, so I'm going to show you what a garlic scape is. And I'm a little behind on harvesting them. This is a scape. This is the flower stalk on your garlic. You definitely want to harvest them, because once you harvest them, it'll tell your garlic, hey, I don't need to make a flower and seed, I need to focus more on the bulb. So we're going to get busy harvesting a good amount of them for dinner tonight. I'm a little behind on harvesting them. And see, this one's trying to go on and bloom. I don't think so. No. I need you to make a bunch of cloves of garlic. Now I want to go around, and oh my gracious, they smell just as strong as the garlic does itself. I want to go around and look for ones fixing to open, because I definitely do not want them to open. Whew. It's a hot one today. Okay, I've harvested a good, beautiful amount. I'll be back out here early in the morning to harvest the rest that have popped up. I know there might be a few more that's deciding that they need to see. Here's a baby one right here coming up. That's going to be a different recipe. I got my garlic scapes, and I'll meet you back in the kitchen. See you after a while. Okay, welcome to the kitchen. I have gotten a lot of the ingredients prepped, and let's get started on our pork and garlic scape stir fry. It has a lot of really good ingredients, and I hope you'll enjoy this. So let's get this camera positioned. Okay, I have about 1.5 pounds of thin sliced pork loin. And I'm going to need to marinate that for a little while. Let's put it up here. And I'm going to use 6 teaspoons of water. Okay, I'm going to want 3 teaspoons of rice wine. I'm going to want 3 teaspoons of oyster sauce. And of course, I'm going to stir it up, see if it needs more liquid. Because this is a double batch, actually a triple batch. And I will put the single batch recipe in the description box below. Oh, it smells so good. I'm going to add another teaspoon of oyster sauce. Now I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. Now, of course, if you don't like oyster sauce, you could substitute low sodium soy sauce or dark soy sauce. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Here in a minute, I'm going to stick it in the fridge and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Now, I'm going to start my stir-fry sauce. I want 6 teaspoons of rice wine. Here's my 6 teaspoons of rice wine. And this is a cup of good, strong chicken stock. I want half a teaspoon of really good white pepper. Now I went out and got me some sesame oil. I want 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Oh, that smells good. I want 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. And that will be added to the cooking once the vegetables are done. Now, as for vegetables, here, let me clean up my mess. In this bowl, I have a little over a pound of beautiful little broccoli florets. I have 4 very large carrots that I julienned, and a pound of baby sliced bellas that I broke up into smaller pieces, and a big, what we call a thumb of ginger, large mince, because I like to get a little piece of ginger in with the stir fry every once in a while. So now, next to do, now I have cleaned my garlic scapes. And you do them just like you would asparagus. To find where the tender pieces are. But these are pretty all tender. Oh, I forgot to grab my knife. Alright, there's a tough one in there. Oh, there's the tough one. Shame. Here's another tough one. Alright, let's try that again. I'm not used to them being tough. And you want them cut up in about 1-inch pieces. Sometimes I cut the bloom bulbs in half. Sometimes I leave them in whole. They make for a beautiful presentation. Okay, I'm going to continue to cut up my garlic scapes. I had a big handful, about that big, of them. And I will bring you back when it's time to start frying. See you here in a little bit. Okay, my rice is cooked. The meat has marinated for 30 minutes. And I am going to get the wok ready to go. I'm going to let my wok get good and heated up. Let it dry some of this water out of it. Alrighty. I'm going to add a little bit of corn oil in here. And you could use avocado oil. You want a good 2 to 3 tablespoons in there so you can sear and stir fry your pork very easily. And yes, I came out to use my cooker because I get my flame real nice on it. And that is exactly what you want to do. Heat up a little more. Let my wok get just a little bit hotter, but that's okay. That pork was cold when it went in. Now if you don't want to use pork, you can always use chicken breast, you can use beef, you can leave the meat out, substitute portobello mushrooms cut up. Oh, it smells good, I'm going to tell you that much. And that way the rice can still steam and the pan will stay warm. took my cooker and put it on the back porch. See, this little old shed's warm in here. With the cornstarch and the marinade, it kind of makes its own little gravy. I'm telling you, or sauce, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm from the South. It's a gravy, but it's a sauce. It smells so good. And this is why it's called stir-fried. You don't let it sit for long. I'm going to bring you back as soon as it's almost done. Okay, it's done. I'm going to bring it over here. Put that back down on there. Do a little bit more oil in there. And I cook the steaks a little bit first before I add everything else. Looks like I need to use my bigger wok, but that's okay. That will get cooked without a doubt. Alright, now you're going to want to keep stir frying your vegetables to your liking on doneness, and I'll be right back. Okay, the vegetables are almost halfway done. I'm going to add the meat and their juices in. I'm going to add that wonderful sauce. And I'm going to let it cook for a little while. I like my broccoli cooked a little bit more. I want a little bit of life in it, but I don't want it really crunchy. And I will bring you back as soon as I get ready to add the slurry to it, to thicken it up. Okay, I have made a slurry, which is a mixture of cornstarch and water, basically half and half. And this is where you want to be careful, because you don't want to add too much, because then your gravy or your sauce will get too thick. And if your sauce gets too thick, it is a pain to get it adjusted back the way you want it. You don't want your sauce runny, but you don't want it too thick. And that looks about right. And I cut my flame down as well. You're going to want to cut your flame down. Oh, that's a nice, beautiful sauce. Not too thick, not too thin. Alright, I'm going to move this in the house. Cut my flame completely off. And I'll bring you right back. Okay, we are done. A beautiful plate of steamed jasmine rice. And there we have it. Pork loin, garlic scapes, broccoli, carrot, stir fry. I will test it for you as soon as it cools down. I'll bring you back here after a while. Okay, I've cooled off a little bit. So has my dinner. Let's try it. Mmm. Alright. Oh my gracious, that's good. Sorry everyone. Simple, easy, homemade. You know what ingredients goes in it. Absolutely delicious and made with organic garlic scapes grown out in the garden. As long as you have garlic scapes, or if garlic scapes are starting to come in your area, a lot of times you can find them at farmers markets. Sometimes, once in a while, in the grocery store, depending on what store it is. Simple, easy, homemade. And I paired the stir fry up with old-fashioned cooked steamed buttered jasmine rice. Absolutely delicious. Well, I'm fixing to go sit down, take a break. Family's all been fed, and I'm going to enjoy my dinner. I hope this video encourages you as well to do garlic scape stir fry. Now you also can do harvest your onion scapes, unless you're wanting your onions to go to seed. Now, if your onions go to seed, you're not going to get a bulb on the bottom of that onion unless you are growing the store-bought onions that's already sprouted, and that's how you get your seeds. Simple, easy, homemade. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will answer them as soon as possible. Now, I will have the single batch recipe in the description box below so you can make your own. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Just believe in yourself. You can do anything. And I hope you will try this and make this for your dinner as well. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Stay safe, stay sound, keep your head on a swivel. Continue to prep and stock back, everyone. We need to stock back as much as possible. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.